Yes. Yes.
Hey guys, welcome to Podcast vs. Play episode 38. I'm Carl, and as always, I'm joined by a man whose friend got a personal trainer a year before his wedding, to which he thought, bloody hell, how long's the aisle going to be? It's only Dan.
Nice one.
Yeah, I thought it was quite funny.
It is pretty good.
Yeah, how are we?
I'm good, how you doing?
I'm sad.
Oh, why's that?
I have Super Smash Bros. Wii U, and I'm not allowed to play it until Christmas Day.
Boo.
Yeah, I'm thinking Christmas Eve though.
I'd say Christmas Eve at like 12:01.
Oh, I was just thinking Christmas Eve night.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then when Little gets up Christmas Day morning, I ain't going to be able to play it, so may as well play it a day before.
Yeah, sounds good.
That sounds good to me. Anyway, got no real news this week, Dan.
Oh.
But with Black Holiday coming and nearly done, and Cyber Monday looming, we thought we'd look back at the whole year. Can you believe it's been a year?
Not really, no. It has gone pretty quickly.
But if you're unsure what we're talking about, the Toaster Box done, and the Raystation 4 have been out for a whole year.
Yep.
And what we thought we'd do is just go over everything and decide what we think is the console to choose if you're still undecided. But Dan, before you go blurting out your answer, you have to take everything into account. That's price, games, exclusives, upcoming games, current games, everything and anything.
That sounds fair.
So let's bloody do it.
Let's.
We'll start off with the Xbox One. Quite a few really good deals, to be fair, over Black Friday. I've picked my select favourites, and then we'll have a little discussion about those.
Okay.
An Xbox One plus Wolfenstein and Alien Isolation for £289.99.
Wow.
It's not bad.
That is pretty good.
An Xbox One plus GTA 5 for the same, £289.99. Xbox One plus Forza and GTA 5 for £299.99. An Xbox One with GTA 5, £299.86. And an Xbox One with an extra controller for £289. Now, I will point out all of these don't include a Kinect.
I think that's probably the best way to sell them at the moment, to be honest.
But that is a problem there, that the UI is still built around Kinect, so it's pretty cumbersome navigating without Kinect.
Does it still have the, because I've completely forgotten, if you can actually use the first Kinect with it?
No, you can't.
Okay.
It's just Kinect 2.0, or version 2, whatever it is it's called.
Well, I'd say the better deal out of those is probably the Isolation and Wolfenstein one. That's a pretty, considering it's, it is still a new console. Alien Isolation is an excellent game. Wolfenstein, I'm led to believe, is also an excellent game. So
yeah, it's not a bad game.
$289 for all of that. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty good.
I'm surprised there wasn't many Sunset Overdrive bundles.
Well, as that's their real only proper exclusive that's going to be of any use. I would have thought they would have thrown it in there somewhere. They've got to try and push it somehow.
And I've also only noticed there's only one exclusive on that list.
Forza.
Yeah. Everything else is multi-platform.
Oh well.
Game as well. This bundle it was literally for a couple of hours, Black Friday. But you could pick up an Xbox One, and Assassin's Creed Unity, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and 2 other games that I can't remember for £300. So it's four games plus an Xbox One for £300.
Yeah, that again, that's if it had been released at that price, I'd have been more accepting of it.
Yeah. That was also Unity was physical, the rest were download.
For that though, I think people would prefer the download. But the trouble is, if you're getting digital games for your PC, you can always extend out your memory. With something like an Xbox One, it's not quite as simple.
You're gonna have to delete it, re-download it.
Yeah.
Or get an external hard drive.
Yeah.
But overall, not bad deals, not the worst deals. The problem is, there's not enough games still. There is more Xbox One games than PlayStation 4 games, and we'll delve into PlayStation 4 after. But at the minute, Sunset Overdrive is the only game I want to play.
Yeah.
And it's really good, but it's not amazing.
Well, the trouble is though, any platform is going to have games that are really good but not amazing. But it's the ones that are amazing, those are the ones that are going to push people to go and buy it in the first place.
Personally, my biggest draw to an Xbox One would be if I was a Halo fan.
Yeah.
Because with the Master Chief Collection out now, that's as good a reason as any.
Yeah, and they are good. It's just that I'm still not a fan of this, dragging up a dead body and then buffing it up a little bit and then selling it again.
I don't think anyone's a fan of that, though.
Well, no, but that's the thing. That's basically all they've done. So instead of saying, here's another new one, or here's a prequel, or something on a slightly different offshoot, like ODST didn't go very well, but it was the same. It's not all about Spartans. Yeah, it's a new look at the universe.
It's still better than Reach.
Well, that's debatable. But it is just going back, tidying up a little bit, reselling the same thing again. And although I can see why they're doing it, and I know that they will sell a lot, which is probably the exact reasons to why they are doing it, it's not reason enough for me to go out and consider something like this.
It also doesn't work, so...
Yeah.
Single player works fine, multiplayer doesn't work at all, and the recent patch they've just done has made it worse. So, that's not going to $2,000. But, hopefully, they will get it sorted before the Halo 5 beta hits at the end of this year.
Hopefully,
otherwise, that's not going to work either.
Well, they've probably got
servers.
Yeah, they've probably got more focus on 5 though than sorting out multiplayers for like 12-year-old games.
Well, yeah, there is that. But no, like I say, there is a lot of good deals, and a lot of these will still be around after Black Friday, and Cyber Monday's coming up. So I imagine there'll be similar deals. I can't see them getting any cheaper than $290.
Hopefully so, yeah.
So that's pretty good.
It is, a year and almost a 50% price drop. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
It's a move in the right direction.
Yeah, that's a positive to take away from this, Dan. If nothing else.
It is, and it's taken them 12 months to figure it out, but they've finally done something where we've gone, yep, that's a good move, well done.
Although on their side, they are losing a footload of money.
Well, maybe they should have thought of that before they started selling it with a Kinect.
Yeah. Either way, moving on. PlayStation 4. I already have one, so none of these deals interested me in the slightest. But there were some pretty good ones. You could get a white PlayStation 4 with Drive Club for $289. This one is a very good deal though. PlayStation 4 console, plus Grand Theft Auto 5, plus The Last of Us Remastered, plus Destiny, plus the Vanguard DLC, and a 12-month subscription to PlayStation Plus for $399. That's a saving of £150, Dan.
Overall, it's good. But if you're still undecided as to what you fancy, $299 is a lot better than $399.
Well, no, because that's only £50 more than a PlayStation 4 on its own.
Granted, but I mean, if you're looking at this from a Black Friday deal point of view, you go, well, PlayStation, PS4, they're basically the same things. But actually this one is $299, where this one's $349. So, I'll go with the Xbox.
I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
What else have we got? Same price again, but PlayStation 4, Grand Theft Auto 5, Watch Dogs, Wolfenstein, Battlefield 4, $399.
That's pretty good.
That's the same price as the last one.
I know, but I mean, what you get
with
with
the same
it
amount of games
is it's more. Yeah, I prefer that one. Between those two, yeah, I'd go for the one with the Battlefield option.
Same price, different games: GTA 5, Watch Dogs, Alien Isolation, and Infamous for $399.
Actually, yeah, no, that one's the best one so far for PlayStation.
And all of these as well, providing you haven't previously had a PlayStation Plus membership, you will get a free PlayStation Plus membership with it as well. 30 days, so a month.
Not bad.
So that's alright. It's not the year one that you get with the Last of Us bundle.
But it's still something.
Overall, though, as you just pointed out, deal-wise, Xbox One is the cheapest.
Yep.
But I would say the game selection is better for the PlayStation 4 bundles.
It is for me, but I don't know if I was, on the fence for both. The cheaper option would definitely swing it for me.
Well, it depends how you look at it. If you price it up, Forza was a launch game, so that's lost. Plus, it's Forza, so just like second-hand value, it's 28 to 30 quid.
If you're lucky, yeah.
And then GTA 5 is obviously brand new, but it's an old game, and that's £300. You can spend £100 more and get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games.
True, but the thing is though, the price of the games will depreciate fairly quickly.
Obviously.
Which means that if you take away the actual cost of the games, how much is the console at the end of it? If you're getting a cheaper console regardless of all the games, then that's obviously the better deal, because wait until this time next year, you'll be able to pick up Alien Isolation, Wolfenstein, GTA 5, the new one, all for about 20 quid each, maybe less.
Well, looking at these two deals, an Xbox One console with an extra controller, £289, or a PlayStation 4 plus Drive Club for £289.
Well, the console will have more use, and Drive Club I have zero interest in whatsoever.
But by that logic, that's saying the console's £200 and a controller's £89.
Well, no, because how much is an actual Xbox One controller? About 35,
50 quid.
50?
50 to 60 quid, depending where you shop.
Okay, so if you take that off that price, that takes that down to about 220, 230, just for the console. Yeah, what I think it was 280.
289.
Yeah, so if it's 50 quid, then it's like 230.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
So that would be the actual full console, 230 quid, and then you have a PlayStation, and you take off the price of Drive Club, which no one really cares about.
That's still 50 to 60.
Yeah, but it's still actual value that you're going to get out of it, rather than just what you're paying for it. What you believe is a correct amount to pay for something like that. Well, so 60 quid isn't. I would never pay that for it. That's outrageous.
No, but that's recommended retail. But that's what Black Friday is. Stores take the highest RRP that they're allowed to sell a product for, slap that price on the product, mark it down to however much. So I saw one on Zavvi, which was Rayman Origins, RRP $69.99, Black Friday deal £15, PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Nobody's paying £70 for Rayman Origins.
I don't think they spent that much on the cost of it.
No, at all. I've never seen Rayman for £70, but that's the highest price they're allowed to sell it for. And if you go in and go 15 quid, that's a massive saving, and you'll buy it when you go in tomorrow after it's finished, and it's back down to its usual price of £28.
Yeah.
So it's shopping mentality. And if I was going in and I sat next to each other as an Xbox One with an extra controller for £289, or a PlayStation 4 and a game for £289, even though I don't like the game, I'll get that game because I'm going to go home and I'm going to be able to play something, rather than getting that and then having to spend more money on a game.
Yeah,
because it's just come with a controller.
Yeah,
so I've got nothing to play on it.
That is true, but I mean, you've still got all the digital content you can download, obviously. So
a demo of Rise.
No, I mean, it may very well work out more expensive to buy it on the digital stuff. So you would have
That's
to...
still spending extra money, though.
Yeah, but, places like Game Station, Target, all that sort of thing, they will have Black Friday deals on individual games as well. So...
not a lot, to be honest.
Well, I would have thought so.
You were talking like 3 or 4 quid difference. There wasn't a lot.
Well, maybe it's just a digital thing then, because obviously Steam has gone fucking crazy for deals this whole weekend. There's some excellent stuff on there, so hopefully you managed to...
That's a different debate, Dan.
On what?
We are trying to help people buy an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4. Not
you may very well be.
Master Race.
Go and buy a PC, you little bastards. Stop worrying about this.
What it'll come down to, I mean, I've said that, but I've pulled up a Wii U deal, which was Wii U console, a 32 gig console plus Skylanders bundle and Super Smash Bros for $249.99, which is about £151.71.
That is belting.
That's an amazing deal.
Yes, it is.
Plus, it'll still come with Nintendo Land as well, so you get 3 games. Sorry.
Well, you know, if I was on, say if I had 400 quid to spend, right? I just won it on a scratch card or whatever. Okay, and it came to Black Friday, and then someone got me these that you've just read out, put them on a piece of paper, put it in front of me, and said, "You've got 400 quid to spend. What do you want to go for?" So I've got the option of, I'm just going to choose the ones that I like the sound of the best. So Xbox One, Alien Isolation. I almost said Frankenstein then. Fucking Wolfenstein.
Frankenstein is DLC.
Or a PlayStation 4 with The Last of Us and GTA. Or a Wii U with Super Smash Bros, Nintendo Land, and whatever it was.
Skylanders bundle.
Or a new, like, NVIDIA 700, 780 graphics card for your PC. I would be between the Wii U and the graphics card.
So, because the graphics card wasn't on there, a Wii U then?
No, it's simply for the fact that always there'll be new graphics cards that come out and they will play the better end of games. Obviously. The Alien Isolation that I bought on the Steam sale, I can play that at a higher... It's already running on Ultra, I didn't have to set it, so it's running at its best possible quality. And I know for a fact that I could go out and buy an Xbox One with Isolation and it still wouldn't look as good as this.
No.
So, for sheer, you know, sort of uniqueness and that I won't be able to get it on anything else, the Wii U would come out as the better offer. Because I would want to go out and play Smash Brothers, but I wouldn't be able to play that on anything else.
Exactly.
So, with it all said and done, there's still not enough for me to go, yeah, I'll get an Xbox One, yeah, I'll get a PlayStation. There's not enough there, because anything that would be of interest, like Wolfenstein or GTA or Alien Isolation, I'll get them for PC anyway, because it'll still look better. So, for me, and hopefully for anyone else who's got the sense to go out and bought, a really good laptop or a really good PC, then the only one that they would have to really worry about is, when do I get a Wii U? And that would be the time to get it. 150 quid, 3 games. That's brilliant.
I've said it numerous times on podcasts, on the videos we do, on the articles on the website. I love my Wii U.
Yes, you have. Yeah.
And I have everything barring an Xbox One. And at some point, I know I will buy an Xbox One. At some point, when that special game comes out, I'll go and get one.
There will be one. I don't know when it'll be, but there will be a point where you just go, oh, fuck it, I need to.
It's not really a funny story. A story. I was in Carphone Warehouse the other day, taking my girlfriend's phone to be repaired. And I was just waiting in line and I was looking. And they had a Nokia Lumia 530 for £31 a month with a free Xbox One. And I came home and I told my girlfriend and I said, if we can't get your phone fixed, we're cancelling your contract.
You can get that.
And you're going to take that.
Yeah.
And she goes, is it a good phone? I was like,
don't care.
Yeah, it's alright. It's not, it's shit. But that'd be a cheap way for me to get one.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'd set it up, I'd have a quick go, and then I wouldn't play it, because I'd be playing Smash Bros.
That's true. But you think about it though, if, you got your PlayStation 4, when it came out, how annoyed are you that a year later, you barely own anything for it, you barely use it, and now it's like 100 quid cheaper?
I have 6 games. No, it's the same price. The PlayStation 4 hasn't.
Yeah, sorry, I'm thinking of the Xbox price.
Yeah.
Either way, though, it's still a year later, and there's no wow factor to it.
I've got 6 games. 8 including, 9 including digital games. But I have 6 physical games. And again, at the same time, I got Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD for the Wii U. So, and Mario 3D World.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze.
See where my argument's going with this?
Yeah. It's like I said. I've said it before. I've got a PS4, and yet the PC and the Wii U get the most. But digressing from that, like we have said before as well, exclusive, like just for exclusives, PC for third-party games, and then PlayStation and Wii U for exclusives.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think there's any.
Cannot beat it.
No, there's no debate in that at the moment.
No.
You know, Forza and Sunset Overdrive, that's not enough. Because
I'm pretty sure Sunset Overdrive will come to PC.
I'm hoping so, because if you know, you've sort of talked me into it to say it's pretty good and it'd be worth thinking about getting an Xbox 4. So that, I think, that's a pretty big statement. I'll have to look into it a little bit more. But, you know, considering Dead Rising 3, they've already come to PC. Yeah. So, I mean, they're still, like, 40 quid. So, considering I've got no interest in buying it, but I've still got the option there. So, as soon as it gets down to, you know, maybe this time next year and there's another Black Friday sale, maybe I'll consider it just for a bit of fun. But at the moment, I'm worrying more about how many more hard drives I'm going to have to buy to keep the fucking games on, because I'm running out of space.
Terabyte hard drive at Argos's Cyber Monday sale, 40 quid.
That's not bad.
Bargain.
Well, that means I'd have...
Thinking of picking one up myself.
About 2.5 terabytes full of space then, if that's the case.
Yeah.
And the fact that I've used that much worries me.
Yeah, you have bought too many games.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, though, you can just buy another hard drive and slap them all away.
Yep.
I am sat staring at 2 towers of games that I have no space for.
Exactly.
And it's near enough touching the ceiling.
I am in the future. You're still in the 20th century, my friend.
But when Steam decides to close its doors, I'll still have my games.
I think I will have died and rotted a long time before Steam decides to hang up the fucking hat.
What would you do if Microsoft bought Steam?
I don't know. If it was the sort of continuing on from what we were saying the other day, if it was that sort of Marvel Disney kind of way, so they'll just give it the backing, they'll give it the funding, and then they'll just sort of pretty much leave them to themselves.
It's like they did with Rare.
But we won't talk about Rare. But that would be fine. That would be absolutely fine, and they can put it on Microsoft, because then they'd be like, you know, it'd be built into the operating system or something like that, so it'd be more accessible or easier to get to. So I doubt it'll get to that point, but that's a bridge I'll cross when it comes to it.
Because you could buy a game on your PC,
play it on your Xbox One,
and you could also play it on your Xbox One.
True, but then that would defeat the entire purpose of a Steam box.
No, but if you had, well, yeah, that's why it wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
But you could have your Xbox upstairs or your PC upstairs, and then like kind of like how remote play on the Vita and PS4 works. Like someone wants to watch the TV, so you carry on playing on your Vita. You could just go upstairs and play.
Or you could use it as a local co-op. So someone could use it on your Xbox One. Someone else picks up the laptop with 8.5 or whatever on by that point, and they can log in, join you on the game. Different screens.
Pretty good.
Yep.
Pretty good.
See, another reason why we should be in charge of these things.
It's not going to happen though.
No.
Steam make more money than they do.
I'm pretty sure that goes without saying.
In a generation.
Yeah.
Than they do in... Anyway, moving on from that, because that's not going to happen and I'm really excited by it. Upcoming games. Obviously, Xbox One's got Halo 5. Quantum Break.
Oh, is that still... I thought that had been kicked.
Apparently it's a thing.
Oh, right, okay.
It's still coming out. Whether it's going to be next year or the year after or ever, we don't know, but apparently it's still happening.
Okay, fair enough.
As well as the TV show that will be running alongside the game.
I don't know.
So I'm sensing a bit of defiance.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking, yeah.
And that didn't go too grand.
Not particularly.
But we'll see.
To be fair, they got about 3 seasons out of it on the Sci-Fi Channel, so it's not going too badly. The only trouble is that the game's pretty pants.
The only problem is, though, the TV show is probably going to be on the Xbox.
Yeah, so it's basically a web series.
Yeah, essentially. I can't see any major channels picking it up. It's not going to be running alongside The Walking Dead or anything.
I fucking well hope not.
So unless you've got an Xbox, I don't think you'll be watching it. And that's quite a shame, because someone could watch it and go, this is really good, and then someone goes, it's a game, you know, and the content that happens in the show will be updated into the game as it happens.
Yep.
And you go, oh, fucking hell, I'll buy that. But you won't know because it won't be on TV. So
well, yeah, that again though is something we'll just have to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, we don't know when that's happening. Halo 5 obviously definitely happening. And I can't think of any more exclusives. Oh, Rise of the Tomb Raider's out next year.
Yeah, but that's just timed though. I don't think we're
timed exclusive. Yeah. 6 months, year. If they get a year, I'll be very surprised.
If they get a year, I don't think anyone else will buy it.
Like I said before, by the time it comes out and everything else, Uncharted 4 is going to be out.
Yeah, it may very well just fill the gap quite nicely until the time exclusive runs out on it. But they pissed off a lot of people by saying it's just going to Xbox. I mean, we all know that they did it for the money, but the fact of the matter is they've pissed off a lot of their fans. I
could understand if, we won't go too much into that. We did it before on the Tomb Raider podcast, but if they turn around and said, we've done it, made it timed exclusive to Xbox because it did really well on the 360, blah blah blah, it didn't make as much money as we hoped it would because it didn't, so we're going to stick to the one and we're going to just make as much money as we can, fair enough. However, it made the most money on PlayStation 3 and PC. Xbox 360 didn't sell, so it's just retarded. Yeah. And how are you going to make more money by selling it to less people?
Well, that's why if it was a 6-month thing, but then they came out and said, well, now for PC and PlayStation 4, there's extra stuff in there.
There's a remastered version.
Yeah, it's like extra maps and DLC and all that sort of stuff that people who had an Xbox One didn't have in the first place. Then, you may very well get some people go, well, you're still a dickhead, but yeah, right, I'll buy it.
It'll be because they've made the money they wanted to by selling it, all of it, to one person, i.e. Microsoft.
Yeah, but the thing is though, by that point they would have already completed it, which means that there's no extra, all the money that they'd make from selling it on Xbox One, they couldn't put that back into it, because if they're going to release it on everything else, it's already done. Yeah. So you can't, there's no additional stuff to make unless you're going to make additional online stuff.
Exactly, and if you've got a friend, if you've got a PlayStation 4 or a PC, and you've got a friend with an Xbox One, you'll just go and play it on the Xbox One. And then you've played it. And then it comes out on your console or PC, and I've already finished it.
Yeah, and the multiplayer's not going to be enough of a pull.
No, it's not. I enjoyed the multiplayer on the first one, but I couldn't tell you any highlights. I played it, liked it, didn't play it again.
Yep.
End of story. Whereas Last of Us and Uncharted, I've completed them numerous times, and still played the multiplayer numerous times. Tomb Raider I've completed once.
I am tempted to get that for the PC as well, though.
Well, it's just the remastered. That's what the remastered version is, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but it'll still look better.
It was on the Steam sale though, for like £7.
I'm pretty sure it still is, to be honest. But I thought, no, Alien Isolation, and plus the hair's better on Alien Isolation anyway. So the only reason I was buying it with the remastered version was for the hair.
For the hair.
Yep.
Danny's a hair man.
Yep.
PlayStation 4, meanwhile, you have No Man's Sky, which it is a PlayStation 4 exclusive, but it is coming to PC. We just don't know when, but that does look amazing. Bloodborne, obviously, if you're a Dark Souls fan, looks really interesting. Uncharted 4 is going to be the big seller. No matter what anyone says, Uncharted 4 is going to sell PlayStations. End of story. That's why I bought a PS4. I'll put my hands in the air. I want my Uncharted. And obviously The Order 1886. Off the top of my head, personally, PlayStation 4 has got the better game next year. Plus third-party games like Batman.
Yeah, but we won't talk about Batman because I might just wet myself.
I think I already have.
Yeah.
I have already wet yourself.
It's just, I just don't want to talk about Batman, because every time I talk about Batman, all I can think about is I do not have Batman.
Yeah.
And then I get a little bit depressed.
Alright, we'll leave that bit out.
Yeah.
But no, personally, I think exclusive-wise, PlayStation has got it next year.
True. I think you're right. And
Well,
hopefully...
that's my point of view.
Yeah, and I don't think there's much competition, really, other than Halo, obviously. So
Halo's going to sell.
It is, yeah, and I think it will do more because it's more for casual gamers. They just go, "Oh, what's a game? A video game? Halo? That's a big one."
Yeah.
There's a new Halo. I'll buy that then. It's fine.
Especially if you've just bought the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.
You're going to be hungry for some more Halo. Halo 5 comes out.
Yeah.
You're happy, but that's providing you've already got an Xbox as well. So
well,
it's not going to make any more.
There will be special Halo bundles, Halo Xboxes, Halo controllers, the whole shebang. They do it every time. They'll do it this time as well.
But personally, again, I'm more interested in Sunset than Halo.
Tell you what I'm interested in though. Something I might have a bit of news for you on. DayZ.
Which also is coming to PS4.
It is, but not in the foreseeable future. The full game of DayZ is due to be released at the start of 2016.
Yeah, it goes into beta. Also, it's I think it's £19 on the Steam sale at the moment.
It is? Well, that's not a Steam sale, that's what it's always been.
Oh, well, it's £19 on Steam at the moment. As soon as this sale is over, it goes up to £35.
See, aren't you glad we got it early on?
Oh, I'll be glad you got it.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So if you haven't got it, get it now.
Absolutely.
Because it's going to go up to the price it's going to be for the full game.
In another year and a half time.
So get it now.
But next year, we're looking forward to some excellent things. So basic additions are going to be things like standard vehicles, so like your quad bikes and maybe motorbikes, bicycles, that sort of thing. And then all the way through to the end of 2015, which is going to have things like vehicles that are repairable, aerial vehicles like planes and helicopters and stuff like that. And then the final thing should have animal companions, so you can train animals to chill about with you. Additional AI and the crafting. So the crafting is actually going to be one of the last elements actually added into it. Which, considering there's a lot of items in the game at the moment for crafting, the fact that you can't do anything with them for another year sort of defeats the point of putting them there, really.
It does. But at the same spoke, if you haven't got DayZ, but you have a PlayStation 4, it is coming out for PlayStation 4, but before that, H1Z1 is coming out, which is a free-to-play MMO, basically is DayZ, but when it's out, it'll already be finished.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be a nice ease into the DayZ world.
I'd say that's acceptable. Yeah.
Because it's free, you can try it, you can play it, you can like it, you can hate it, whatever. And then you can check out DayZ.
Yeah, you can stop being an idiot and go buy the proper one.
Yeah, the real one. But you can't do it on Xbox. However, yeah. Dan's choice, PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One. For this day, this very day.
This very day, as in Black Friday kind of deals?
The deals will be around some of the more expensive deals, like the £300 upwards deals, will still be around for a few days because of Cyber Monday, so say another week.
Neither.
You have to choose one.
No, I don't.
Alright. And a Wii U.
Wii U.
Include the Wii U.
Yeah.
You're going Wii U.
Definitely.
I'll be honest, Dan. Wii U.
Yeah. I don't think there's nothing for either of them at the moment, as far as I'm concerned.
I disagree slightly.
Things like Shadowfall, they're fine, but I've still got Killzone 3. Still play that. Still brilliant.
I'm gonna say, if you had just an Xbox 360 and you haven't got either next gen, get a PlayStation 4 and get The Last of Us. But you could also just buy a PS3 and get The Last of Us.
Yeah, and then get Beyond at the same time.
The remastered is much better. I don't think I could play the PS3 one again.
Really?
Yeah, the controls are better, the graphics are better, everything's better. But the PS3 one's still amazing, so either way, whatever's cheapest for you. However, Wii U wise, top of my head, Mario 3D World, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, Mario Kart 8, Super Smash Bros, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. There's shitloads of games. And Watch Dogs now as well. Yay!
Boo.
And you know how, you might recall on one of the older podcasts where I said Watch Dogs Wii U will be the best version because of the gamepad.
Yeah.
It's just a map.
Fantastic.
They've took all this time and they haven't used the gamepad. It's just your map.
Well, in that case,
none of
then,
the hacking is done.
I was right. PC still the best version.
I'd say they're all pretty broken.
It's not broken at all.
No, they're not. I'm just used to Ubisoft games being broken.
Yeah, I think bloody Lego Gotham 3 is more broken than Watch Dogs ever was.
Yeah, but that's because Lego breaks.
Anyway,
moving on. No, personally, I'd still wait. If you haven't yet got an Xbox One or a PS4, just wait.
Yeah.
If you're desperate for Halo, get an Xbox One.
Just go and get a 360 and just play it on the old one, you idiot.
Yeah, you can still play the first one, backwards compatible with the old Xbox.
Yeah.
But no, all honesty, if you're desperate, get an Xbox One for Halo. If you're desperate and you haven't played it before, get a PS4 for Last of Us. Ironically, both of those choices are all old games for old consoles.
Yeah, they haven't got off to a running start, have they?
They're still shifted 13 million units.
I don't see how.
Into consumers' homes.
I really don't know how.
Xbox One has sold 7 million, and that is to shops, not actual sales to people.
Yeah.
Whereas PlayStation 4 has sold nearly 13 million to customers, which is very impressive considering there's no games.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that when the 360 was released, there were a lot more titles within a year that were out for it.
There's plenty of games out, but 70% of them are third party and also available on last gen.
Exactly, so I'm pretty sure that there was a cut-off point probably about this sort of time after the 360 was released where original Xboxes that you couldn't it wasn't made for both. Things like, so your Call of Duties and your FIFA,
yeah,
and
FIFA and Call of Duty
NBAs and all that sort of stuff, they were made for both, but it was quite early on when they just said, no, that's it, they're just going to be for the new ones now.
Yeah. Well, Ubisoft was one of the first to say, after this game, we're going to focus on next gen. And everyone was like, thank fuck for that. And they were like, this is Assassin's Creed Unity. It's only going to be out on Xbox One, PC and PlayStation 4. And everyone's like, yeah, finally. And then like a day later, they went, and this is Assassin's Creed Rogue that's coming out for last year. They're like, what the fuck? And then that's probably why Unity is so broken, because they were making two games.
Yeah. Just focus on one generation of consoles. Either make stuff for the old ones while people are still playing them and they haven't decided on what they want for the new one, or just go, no, we've done all that now. Now we're focusing in on what's new and what we can push it to the most.
I don't get why they don't just make the game at its peak, make it for PC, make it amazing, and then release it for the PC, downgrade it a little bit, release it for PS4, Xbox One, and then downgrade it even more and release it for last gen.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit more complicated than just like selecting what quality you want to watch a video on YouTube. So like 1080,
sure it could be done.
That would be your PC, 720, that would be your Xbox One, PS4, and then sort of 340 to 10 or whatever it is, 240. That would be your sort of old generations and Game Boys and stuff like that.
Game Boys.
Yeah.
If you could output 480 on a Game Boy,
I don't think there's that many pixels on it.
I don't think there'd be a PC Master Race. Fucking hell. Christ.
No, 480p.
Yeah.
That's tiny.
On a Game Boy.
Yeah,
That's
not like a
amazing.
1980s one, you idiot.
Oh, do you mean like a DS?
Yeah.
I'll say DS then.
Well, it's still a Game Boy.
Well, it's not. It's a DS. It didn't go Game Boy Color, DS.
No, Game Boy Advance.
Micro, SP, XP, 98. No, but DS is a different. It's just the new version of a Game Boy.
I thought there was still a current Game Boy that was being sold under the same franchise.
Don't think so. Pretty sure it's just DS. Well, 3DS now.
Oh, well, I'd like to see a new
Vita.
Game Boy anyway.
Yeah, we have. It's called a 3DS.
No, a new one, Game Boy 3.
There wasn't a Game Boy 2.
Yeah, but this is going to be so good, it's just going to open.
Oh, are they doing the Windows versions?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, they just miss a number completely.
So, but as it's, Japanese, it'll be Nintendo Game Boy 96 GTA Alpha Extreme Wonder Brigade 2.
Wonder Brigade. I thought it was 3. It's all backwards.
That was the working title, it's fine.
So Dan's choice is a Game Boy.
That doesn't exist.
I'm going for Wii U.
Yeah. No, I'd say Wii U is probably the best, yeah.
It's the cheapest. I will class it as a next gen because it's the next Wii. It's underpowered, but it's still really good.
Yeah.
Shitloads of games. And all the new games, Donkey Kong, Mario 3D World, Mario Kart 8, Super Smash Bros. All run at 1080p, 60 frames per second.
Which is a lot more than some Xbox games can say.
All Xbox games.
Yeah.
Well, just disregarding stats and stuff, the games are there. I know Dan's not a big fan, but Bayonetta 2, it's got like a 98 on Metacritic. It looks phenomenal, it's shitloads of fun. Super Smash Bros. Is obviously amazing. Just get a Wii U. Don't even if you like Halo, get a Wii U, don't matter. Microsoft will go bankrupt one day and it'll come out on the Wii U. Doesn't matter. But that's that, so Wii U?
Wii U.
Yeah, we're going Wii U. So go grab yourself a Wii U. What is coming up on the old channel, Dano?
Well, I've finally waited long and hard, saved up all my Christmas treats over the years, and I've finally got Gary's Mod.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yes, so we'll be doing some Gary's Mod, either building or prop hunting, or something along those lines anyway, but I've got no idea what I'm doing with it, so it should be quite interesting to see me flap about like an idiot. Other than that though, obviously I've mentioned I got Alien Isolation. I'm not going to be doing any videos for that, mainly for the fact I am very scared, but B, I think me also talking as I'm going through will either make me look like a complete girl, or it will just distract me from what the hell's going on, and I'm enjoying it far too much. So maybe after I've completed it and I know what's going on, I'll consider it maybe.
It's worth it.
Yeah, other than that though, possibly some more DayZ.
Yes.
We've got another 2 episodes of Minecraft, some more Pokemon as well, because we haven't seen Pokemon in a while. And then other than that, I think that's pretty much it.
If you haven't watched it already, check out our Shit Just In for Star Wars.
Yep.
Which went up yesterday. And coming up we have a Shit Just In for something else.
Yes.
I forgot what it was now.
Jurassic Park
World. So we'll be having a chatter about that. And then other than that, nothing. We're boring. It's coming up to Christmas. We're busy.
Yeah. So if
you've
got any ideas, anything you want to see, anything you don't want to see, which is probably more likely.
I was going to say we'll have more or less for that.
Yeah. Drop us an email at playervpodcast@gmail.com. I'm assuming you're probably watching this on the website, but if not, if you're watching this on YouTube, the website is, Callum?
Podcastversusplayer.com, and our Twitter is at podcastvplayer.
Indeed.
There's also a contact us section on the website, so if you don't want to remember our Twitter or our email, just click on that, type your message in, hit send, and we'll get it. And that's it. That's what we got.
That's it. That's everything.
We might do a few little Christmas treats like we did last year with some bloopers or something.
Maybe so.
We'll see how busy we are because we don't really care. Because Christmas is just another day.
It is indeed.
I had to put my decorations up today because my girlfriend wanted me to. So I had one job, which was to just do some decorations. So while she was decorating, I made an Iron Man. I just put some Christmas lights in an Iron Man helmet and hung it on the wall.
Yeah, it's quite impressive.
It's pretty cool, and it's going to stay up for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I'm surprised she can talk though. She was sort of, supposed to have been punched in the throat yesterday.
She's pretty strong. I forgot why I was meant to punch her.
Because obviously, as you may have heard in the PvP DC TV show Lowdown,
Oh, yes.
me and Callum absolutely love Arrow. So for Christmas, I was going to buy him an actual bow and arrow. A compound camouflage bow and arrow with real arrows. But his fiancée talked me out of it, so I told him to go and punch her in the throat.
In her defence, she had a good reason.
It's not good enough.
We have a baby!
So what? I don't think he's got the ability to use a bow and arrow yet, and if he is...
I am not a suitable adult.
Well, you put the dog and the baby in the house and you fire it at the shed. That's the point.
That's where they live.
Oh, right, okay.
No, it is a fantastic gesture, but I have to side with her. Which, if they happen to hear this, so will social services.
Well, the point about owning a bow and arrow is, discipline, responsibility. When he does his homework, you let him shoot it at the shed. And then, if he doesn't do his homework or he gets detention, then you put something on his head. And then you get right. You do this again, and we're going to go for something smaller like a grape.
Oh my god.
But you've got like 10 years of practice to do, so I'm pretty sure you'll be able to hit a grape off the head of a child that's crying.
On that note, we're going to go. Right, before we go, we didn't do it last time. The last 3 things you touched with your finger.
Earpiece, e-cig, dressing gown.
That's a very odd combination, so we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, yes.